Hello guys, it's Golden Gem Games. Video Game Versus right here. If you don't know where I am on a site called YCM Forums. It's where you make your own custom Yu-Gi-Oh cards and show them off to your friends or whatever. I was thinking about doing a different series of videos where I kind of review over each archetype I've made and see what you guys want to make comments about them. Me and a buddy of mine's already been talking a lot on here. But I want to go to the first page. Is it this one or is it the second one? It's the second one. Oh, wait. Ignore those. It's meant to be this one. The first archetype I have done is called Koopa Army. And it specializes mostly in being able to reinforce the troops a lot. I'm actually not completely finished because I'm going to come back here later. Because recently I've been looking up some of the more recent card types like Synchros, Xyzs, and all that. Not Links. Please, not Links. But, here's a good one. Koopa Army Babam. Fire attribute, level 3 machine type monster effect. If this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, destroy one of your opponent's monsters. Simple enough. 1300 attack, no defense. Very simple. And it just says, if it's sent in any way, it doesn't have to be destroyed, it can be by card effect, it can be by any of your effects. It can be a tribute. If it is sent to the graveyard, you get to destroy a monster. Here is Koopa Army King Bowser, the main man himself. Level 7 fire attribute, Koopa type effect. Yes, Koopa's not a normal effect. I added a few of my own. This card can inflict piercing damage. 2,550 attack, 2,400 defense. If for those who don't know, piercing damage means that if you attack somebody in defense position, the difference in points will still be deducted from life points as if you hit them in attack position. Kamek Scepter, ritual spell card. Used to ritual summon Koopa Army Kamek by tributing monsters whose total combined level equals or exceeds the level of Koopa Army Kamek. Just works like a regular ritual spell. Koopa Army Goomba, normal monster. Dark, level 1. Fungus. After being betrayed by the Mushroom Army, they joined King Bowser to rebel. 300 and 250. He's kind of like this game's Karibo, except lame. He's not good. He's like Skull Servant. But he does have some support if you know what cards to use, which one of them is in this archetype, but there is another card way later in my miscellaneous archetype. It's the most recent one that actually would help him too. Koopa Army Troopa. This is one of my favorites for this archetype. So, we have a Dark level 2 Koopa effect. Place one shell on this card. It's supposed to say shell counter. I fixed that in a different version. Place one shell counter on this card. When this card would be destroyed, instead move a shell counter, and it's a flip effect. So when it gets targeted by battle, it counts. So it gets flipped up during battle phase, negates the attack by getting rid of the one shell counter it just earned. So you basically get a free turn of not dying, you know. He stays on the field, almost guaranteed stays on the field at least one turn, unless he uses a card effect. 400 attack into 800 defense. Here's the first tribute monster since Bowser. Koopa Army Hammer Brother. Dark level 5 Koopa effect. If you pay 700 life points, this card can attack twice. 1900 and 1600. I think this card's very good if you really just want to blitz your opponent. You got an upper hand, you want to get some quick kills, get rid of his army, take them down quickly and deal damage. He sounds good for crowd control. Koopa Clown Car. Continuous spell. Every Koopa army monster gains 400 attack and defense. Once per turn, you can pay 400 life points to destroy a spell or trap your opponent controls. Pretty useful. You put it in the back row, your Koopa army archetype gets stronger. And as I said before, you can, for a small price, keep wiping out your opponent's back row. Koopa Army Lack 2. Level 5 Wind Fusion. Koopa Fusion effect. Koopa Army Paragoomba plus Koopa Army Paratroopa are the fusion materials. If your opponent has no set cards in their spell and trap zone, this card can attack your opponent directly. 1700 and 550. Yeah, if your opponent has no face down back row cards, you get a direct attack. You go straight through your opponent's monsters. Koopa Army Kamek. Ritual monster. Dark level 6 spellcaster. Can only be summoned with the ritual spell card Kamek Scepter. As long as this card remains face up on the field, any Koopa Army monster is unaffected by your opponent's spell cards. 1800 and 2000 on the stats. Very good for protection. Keep your monsters alive from your pesky opponent's little spell cards. Goomba King. Level 5 Dark. Fungus effect. All normal fungus monsters gain 1000 attack and defense. 1800 and 1600s on the stats. Sounds crazy until you realize that the only normal fungus type monster that exists right now is just Goomba. Dry Bowser. Here's a toughie. He is a fusion monster who is a Koopa fusion effect. Level 9 Dark. Koopa Army Kamek and Koopa Army King Bowser are the fusion materials. Both of these monsters has to be on the field in order to fuse them. Yep, maybe kind of hard to summon. This card can inflict piercing damage. This card cannot be destroyed by a fire monster. I don't know if this is a thing you can do in regular Yu-Gi-Oh, but I kind of had a thing where certain monsters can't be killed by another attribute of a monster. 3400 and 2700. Bowser's Castle. Field Spell. All Koopa monsters gain 200 attack. Koopa monsters. That doesn't include the fungus types. No Goombas. You can discard one monster from the hand to special summon one Koopa Army monster from the graveyard. This can only be done once per turn. Good for, like I said, reviving your troops. Good for them keep bouncing back. Parawing. Probably one of the lamest cards I ever made in my life. Normal spell card. You can send one Koopa Army Goomba or one Koopa Army Troopa to the graveyard to special summon one Koopa Army Paragoomba or Koopa Army Paratroopa from your hand. I don't see much use of this for the most part. Unless you played a Troopa and you blocked your opponent's attack, then you can play another Goomba, or you can use the Parawing on it to special summon a monster to get another summon out of it. That's the only time I can find it useful. In most cases, it won't work. Koopa Army Paragoomba. Level 4 Wind Fungus effect. This card gains 800 attack when in battle with a light monster until the end phase. 1200 and 700. Seeing that could be kind of formidable if the right conditions are met. Koopa Pack Attack! If you've never seen the Super Show, you wouldn't understand the reference. Trap card. All Koopa cards' attack increases by 500 until the end phase. Nice, simple trap card. And the final one for the day is Koopa Army Paratroopa. Wins level 4 normal Koopa. A loyal soldier of King Bowser's army found a Parawing hoping to help out his comrades. 900 and 1850. Simply just used to help block. And that is the Koopa Army archetype. If I'm not mistaken, I believe that's the whole thing. I've also have a Mushroom Army archetype. Then I posted some more Mario cards. I've already made a lot of Zelda stuff. I've also done, after that, I kind of did a little bit of extra stuff, some miscellaneous stuff. And soon, I will start making my Sonic archetype. But I hope you enjoyed my showcase for the Koopa Army archetype. If you have any suggestions or any comments, just kind of, give it a rating or whatever. let me know in the comments below. I will see you next time. This was Golden Gem Games. Bye-bye.